Good afternoon, everyone. So today we are going to start Unit 2, right? Unit 2, that is fundamental of computer system, right? Fundamental computer system. This is also theory lesson. So we'll go through them. Okay. I will go through the theory. Fundamental of computer system. So when you take the computer system, what is a computer? So computer is an electronic device. It's an electronic device that is used to store the data as per given instruction, and it gives result quickly and accurately. That means when you take the computer, it is working according to our instruction. It is working according to our instruction, right? Now, without our instruction, computer cannot work actually, right? So without our instruction, computer cannot work. Now, if you take the characteristic of computer, can you tell me some of them, like some characteristic of computer?
Speed, accuracy, efficiency.
Yes, accuracy, accurate there because they are accurate than humans, right? Then efficiency is more. Then reliability is more, right? Other than that, diligent, that means they are not getting tired right now. Usually humans, they are getting tired after doing some work for several hours even, but computer doesn't like that, so it is not getting tired, right? Then storage even. So when you talk about storage, huge storage is there, right? Nowadays we know that in the computer we can have terabytes of data, right? Terabytes of data. So storage also high. Okay, we'll go to the theory. So characteristic of computer in general, no human. Now speed, when you take the speed, no human beings can compete to solve the complex computation faster than computer, right? So you can understand computer is very fast than human, so there is speed. Then accuracy. So accuracy is the computer's program. So whatever input we give, it gives the result accurately. You are getting the accurate result. Then storage. When you talk about the storage, computers can store mass storage of data with appropriate form, right? So it's huge capacities there. Diligence, computer can work for hours without any break and creating error. That means diligence means they're getting not tired, right? In versatility, we can use the computer to perform complete different types of work at the same time. So at the same time, without now, as example, while we are listening to music, we are doing some calculations. Can happen, but humans, if we are trying to do some lot of things now, as example, while you are learning this lesson, if you are like concentrate something else, then you'll be like you can't understand what I'm telling you, right? So that kind of thing. So we can't handle several works at the same time, right? Then power of remembering, that is the memory, can remember data for us. No IQ, that computer does not work without instruction. That's why I told computer can't think and write. Think and work. Still they can't. So whatever the artificial intelligence even, we have to program. We have to program according to the situation. You have to act like this, right? So we have to program. So that's why no IQ, no feelings here. So computer also have emotions, knowledge, experience, or feelings, right? So all these stuffs now some computers I think we saw some videos how this robotics and work, but still they have to be programmed. Then only they are working like they have the feelings, but actually they don't have feelings, right? Then when you take the computer, we can uh, classify them. We can classify them in different ways. One is by size. According to size, we can classify supercomputers are there, mainframe computers are there, mini computers are there, microcomputers are there. Then by purposes even we can categorize general, normal purpose and special purpose. By type or the technology, here you write down by type. Somewhere here you put the technology also. The word technology also you can write there by type or technology. That is analog, digital and hybrid. So you have to memorize this stuff, how to classify the computer. By purpose we are not talking much, but can still you can divide them. The size and the type, those are the main uh, classification, right? Then we'll go to the size and capacity, how to divide them. So we have something called supercomputers. Right? Supercomputers mean with the word, with the meaning of the word you can understand. Super means superi කියලා අපි කියන්නේ වගේ, right? Supercomputer. So supercomputers you can't find frequently, they are very rare. Supercomputers computer is the very fastest and powerful and expensive type of computer for processing data. Size and storage capacity are also huge. So size also huge and the capacity also huge. Designed to process vast amount of data a short time with high productivity. With a short time, vast amount of data. So lot of data you can process within few seconds or very short time, and with high productivity. Your productivity also high. Your productivity also high. The use of supercomputers are dedicated to, if you take in research and study of energy and nuclear weapons and designing the aircraft, airplane and flight simulators are there. So fly with the flight simulators you can use them. Climate research and weather forecasting and prediction of natural disasters. Spaceships and satellite launching used in scientific research, used in chemical and biological research and for highly calculation complex tasks, right? So now you can understand these are not normal computers. You can use for the different like super words. The world supercomputers, I have put some that is I have taken this from the internet. Now look at up to 2020 November. These are the computers. These are the world's top supercomputers. Uh, there are few. Uh, you have the first one, Fugaku, is in there in Japan. Japan. So computational performance is teraflops. Now teraflops. Now here see, flops means floating point operation per second. Floating point you don't study them, right? In A levels, floating point numbers are there. Different types of formatting, number formatting that you can use to represent very small value as well as very large values. A number of basis mathematical operation computer can perform in a second. In a second, that means right? So now you can see how much they can perform, right? So it's a very fast one, and you can understand the power of that. Then there are some other computers, some it's there. Now I think in your book also, I think this one is there. That is in China. Uh, so for some of them are in USA, China. We have two, right? So these are the supercomputers that you can find, right? That you can find in, but I don't think in Sri Lanka you don't get. Sometimes you will be getting. I can't exactly tell in uh, what's called this scientific this complex calculation where you get in some universities moratorium and all that. Sometimes you may get, but actually I don't know whether they exist or not. Then we'll go to other part. So no need to by heart them. This is for your information. Then there are something called mainframe computers. Mainframe computers. So that is we discuss about supercomputers. Now this is for mainframe. Mainframe computers are multi-programming high-performance computers and multi-user, which means it can handle the workload of more than 100 users at a time on a computer, right? So more than 100 means more than that even. So many users can be handled at the same time. The storage capacity of the mainframe is enormous with high-speed data process as well as handling hundred of inputs and output devices at the same time can handle. Mainframe computers are mainly used by department and commercial organizations like banks, companies, scientific research centers, and government department like railways. These computers can work for 24 hours. Hundred of users can work on this uh, computational simultaneously, right? So in if you take uh, this social media, this Facebook, those is they also use this kind of mainframe computers. So many users can be accessed at the same time. Then mini computers is a digital and multi-user computer system with the connection of more than one CPU. Thus, many people can work on this computer simultaneously instead of a single person. Also, it can with other accessories like a printer, plotter, etc. Mini computers are the medium type of computers that have more functionality, power, and expensive than microcomputers. On the other hand, the size, storage, and speed of mini computers are large but less than the mainframe and supercomputer. Now, you can understand they are large but they are less than the power also less than the mainframe and supercomputer. Then capacity also less than mainframe and supercomputers, right? The mini computers are used in real-time application in the industries, booking and research centers. Banks also use mini computers for preparing payroll for employees, so salaries records, tracking of financial accounts, as well as in the field of higher education and engineering. So these are the different types of computers uh, that they are using for different purposes. When it comes to the microcomputers, these are the computers that we are using in day-to-day life. So today we are using many computers at home. It's also most common microcomputer with this invention of the microprocessor. Microprocessor there. In the year 1970, it became possible to use computers for people personally at a low cost and reasonable price known as digital personal computer. The design of microcomputers is minimal in size and storage capacity. Now see, the microcomputer size is small, so storage capacity also small. You can't compare with the mainframe supercomputers, right? These computers consist of many parts like input and output devices, software, operating system, networks, and servers. All these need to connect to form a complete personal digital computer. Now we know when we will be discussing that we have input devices, output devices, storage devices, different types of storage, different types of devices are there that can be connected to the computer. So I have given some example: IBM computers, Lenovo, Apple, HCL, HP, right? So desktop computer, tablet, smartphone, laptop, everything is coming under this microcomputer. So this is all about size. Then we'll go to purpose. When we go to the purposes, general computers can do various. Now general purpose computers are there, special purposes. General means normal work. Now day to day, what we are doing day to day work are coming under general purpose. So general computer can do various everyday tasks such as writing a word processing letter, document preparation, recording, financial analysis, printing documents, creating database, and calculation with accuracy and consistency. So these are the normal general work that is done by the computer. So those computers are called general computers, general purpose computers. Then we'll go to the size, storage capacity, and cost of such computers are mainly less. Let me know. The ability of these computer is limited in performing special tasks. Still, it has versatility and useful for serving people basic need to at home or in the workplace in the environment. Right. So, example: desktop, laptop, smartphone. What we have day to day working computers. Right. When we talk about the special purpose computer, when you talk about the special purpose computer, now we discuss according to size we divide computer, supercomputer, mainframe, those stuff. No? So can you tell me out of those computers, is there any special purpose computer? According to size we discuss four type of computer. Out of them, I'm asking whether there's a special purpose computer. But you can guess. Which?
Supercomputer.
Yes, Kavin, what is that?
Supercomputer.
Yes, right. So supercomputer is a special purpose computer. Why I am telling like that? Because with the supercomputer we can do super things, right? Super things. So that means not normal things. So no, not normal thing means it's a special thing. So a special thing. So a special purpose computer coming. Supercomputers are coming under special purpose computer. We'll see that. We'll go through that. These computers are designed to perform a particular or specialized task. The size, storage capacity, and cost of such computers mainly depend on the nature and the size of the work. The function of these computers is consistent with any particular task. The special computer needs specific processors and input and devices to conduct work efficiently. These computers are used for special purposes in weather forecasting, now weather forecasting, special thing, space research, agriculture engineering, metallurgy, satellite operation, what we discussed with the supercomputer, same thing. That means, so this is special things, right? Look at the example. ATM, washing machine, special purpose computer. Other than the supercomputer, you can have these things even. ATM, washing machine. Special work is done. Surveillance equipment, weather forecasting, traffic control, defense oriented, oil exploration, military plans. Now, if you take in medical sector, even you have special purpose computers. Scanning those stuff are done by the special purpose computers. Then you can create computer basis of the hardware design and technology. There is technology. We have different types of computers. If I show you the signal that we are using in analog and digital, uh, if you take analog computer, analog, your signals are like this, right? Your signals are like this. If you take digital one, can you, if you can draw that circuit, analog signal with this analog signal, and digital also draw here and digital signal like this. 1010 is coming. So digital signal, right? So analog computers means they are using this analog signal. Digital computers means they are using the digital signal. So what's the difference? When we take this signal, we'll take the voltage here, 5 volt. This is the highest peak is 5 volt. Here 0. So in this signal, you can take any place and get value of that. So this is continuous signal. That means you can take the value from any place. any place, different values. From 0 to 5, you have different values. But if you take a digital signal, two positions are there, either 1 or 0. You don't have values between that. You don't have values between. So this is called digital. This is called analog signal, right? So just take them down there, signal. So sometimes when the exam MCQs, if they ask what type of signal this is, what type of signal that one. So you can tell analog, this is called digital. Right? Take it down. Okay, we'll go back to the table. So analog computers, we'll go through that. An analog computer perform tasks uh, using continuous data. That is continuous data. What I told, you can have different values, variation, the physical amount that change continuously. Analog computers are used primarily to measure physical units like voltage, pressure, electric current, temperature, and convert them into digits. So this is called analog computer. So voltmeter, pressure meters, temperature meters, we can take them as analog computers. Then digital computers, when it goes to digital computer, as its name suggests, a digital computer represents the digital computer's letters, numeric values, or any other special symbol. This computer is the computer that calculates the number for processing the data. They run on electronic signs, that is binary numeral method, binary system 0 or 1. That's what I showed here. Is used for calculation. Their speed is fast. So in digital computer, you can see they are working with ones and zeros, Then there are something called hybrid computers. Hybrid means they are working, or they are using this analog and digital both type of signal. So hybrid computer is a combined complex computer unit built using both analog and digital properties, and unit by a single control system. The purpose of designing hybrid computer is to provide functions and features that can be found on both analog and digital devices. So here you can write down the example. Main example is, you can take a ECG machine, ECG or EEG. So ECG, what is happening? ECG, what is happening? The ECG machine. So we have because we are connecting for the to check our heart rates and all that. So we have analog signal in our body. We have analog signal, right? But that whatever the device can read, digital signal. So what we have analog signals should take through the ECG machine, and they are converting them to digital signals and showing the result. So in that machine, we are using both analog and digital signals. So that kind of thing, that kind of machine, we can tell hybrid computers, right? So take this down. Example, ECG machine. EEG machine, you can have many more, right? Then we'll go to the computer system. Computer system, right? So when you take computer system, if I show you something like this, right? I don't know if you can see it properly, right? What is this? Can anybody tell?
Motherboard.
Yes, this is a motherboard, right? So I have removed this part. This is the place where you have the processor. I have removed that, right? So this is called motherboard. With this motherboard, all the devices are connected to this one, right? Now here you have some ports. When it comes, I will show you, right? Then we have different here slots are there. RAM, you can connect RAM is there. Then other external devices even you can connect. Then there's a here you have something big one. This is called heat sink. Heat sink is there. So with this heat sink, it absorb the heat inside the computer, right? So it actually avoid the like heat in the computer. And there are some fans now here you don't have, you can't see them. Fans, cooling fans are connected to this motherboard. Then that heat generated inside the computer will be taking them out, sending them out. Other than that, you have heat sinks also. With the heat sink, it absorbs the heat the inside the computer, right? So this is the system actually. When we take the system now, here you have a small part. This is called CMOS batteries there, where you get the now even you shut down the computer, your date and time won't change. When you after a few days you switch on the computer, still your date and time will be accurate. So that's how it happens with this CMOS battery. It is giving power to CMOS memory. There's something called CMOS memory to keep those data, right? There's something called ROM. Even you can see here, ROM here you can see that it's a kind of a small IC, right? So it is you have a permanent memory there, right? We'll discuss them later. I just want to show you, and where you have the processor, and all this stuff, you can divide it into several parts, but we can't see them. What is inside the processor? We'll go to the cube. Okay, this is the system, computer system. Now here you have this part is called central processing unit. Central processing unit means it's a processor. Inside the processor you have three parts: control unit, arithmetic and logic unit, and memory register. Right? Then you have input here, that is input devices, we'll discuss later. Then output devices are there. Yeah, you get the output from the computer. Then you have two different types of memories. One is primary memory, other one is secondary memory. One is primary memory, other one is secondary memory, right? So other than that, you have different types of signal. Now here you can see data and instruction, this red color one, commands, controls, signals through the black color line, right? So you can see your data is dealing with secondary memory, primary memory, memory registers, and arithmetic logic, and input devices, output devices. But all the signals, you can see them, all the signals are sending through the control unit. Now you can understand one thing. What? Computer or whole computer is controlled by the control unit. That's why you can see control unit is sending signal to ALU, the registers, then output device, input devices, then secondary memory even they are sending, right? So and primary memory also. So each and every device is controlled by the control unit. That's how it sends the signals for the this computer through the computer system. Then I will show you here some ports where I will show it again. You can enlarge the video part, then you can see them properly. Right? Otherwise I will stop sharing. Right? So this is the, I think you can see there. So here you have sound ports, then you have network port, then you different USB 4 USB ports are there. Then you have here you have, this is called VGA port, blue color one. Then mouse and keyboard can be connected. These are called PS2 port, right? This is practically, this is how it is connected. I'll show you with this picture. So with this picture you can see different types of ports are there available. You can connect different devices. Now see, go through that one. Keyboard can be connected to this uh, then mouse also can be connected. Now the colors will be different. The mouse will be connected to the, actually it is connected to the green color one, and keyboard is connected to the this magenta one. Then USB ports are there. Then Ethernet port means that is LAN port, or network port means where you can plug the network cable if you have the internet and all that. Then there are serial port. Nowadays you can't find them actually. This VGA port is there still. You can connect the monitor. Then parallel port also, you can't see them. Earlier it was used to connect printers. This microphone, lightning speakers, then game MIDI port is there. Now here you don't get the HDMI port. Nowadays we can see the HDMI port even. So nowadays what has happened? Each and every device can be connected through what? Connected through what? Which port?
USB.
Yes, through the USB port you can connect any device. Through the USB port you can connect any device. Because of that, most of the ports have been removed. Right? Now we can say we can see uh, USB ports, right? Okay, write down. We'll discuss this computer system part, how they have connected and all that, what we discussed just now. Write down the topic. Function of a computer system. Function of a computer system. Function of a computer system. I'll share the picture where you get the computer system again. Okay, right? So this is the computer. When you take the computer system, you have different types of devices. Different types. So here you have input devices. So input devices we use to input data to the computer. Data to the computer. And output devices we used to take whatever the process data or information from the computer, that is to give it them outside, that is from the computer they are giving outside, that is output devices. Then you have two different memory devices. Main memory, it is inside the computer actually. Second, it can be inside or outside. That means hard disk, pen drive, those stuffs are coming. So your data will be stored there. Then now you can see in this diagram, registers are there, ALU is there, control unit. I told you ALU, control unit we use to control the computer, control the signal, right? Not, it is not involving with data. But whatever your process data means, processing data means done by the ALU. It is done by the ALU. ALU when it is taking data from the register. Register is taken from the main memory. Main memory is taken secondary memory. Secondary memory, right? Now, how it is happening? How it is happening? Now, secondary memory. Now, as example, your files, your whatever documents, everything is there in the secondary memory. So hard disk. We'll say hard disk. Hard disk again. So what is happen? What is happening when you want to open them, or when you want to read them, do for calculation, whatever it is? When you open them for any purpose, it will read by the main memory. It is read by the main. Then again that data is coming to the registers, coming to the register. But main memory registers are very small when you compare to the main. Then whatever data to process will be taken to the ALU. Now you can see this arrow is coming from the register, and after processing also it is given to the register. It is given to the register. Then register is given to the main. Then it is given either input output devices or secondary storage. So that's how it happens. Now you can understand ALU is the person or the device that do all these calculations or processing part. And registers are used to keep your data before you process and after you process. Your data will be stored inside the register, but it is small memory. Due to its because it is small, your data will be there in the main memory. From main memory, it is given part by part, after processing it, then giving another part. Like that it is happening. But so you should, like, you should ask, or why can't we take from it directly from the main main? So when you take the register and main memory, registers are very fast. Registers are very fast. Because of that, this computer system is designed to take the data from the registers, not from the main memory, not from the main memory. So that's why ALU is connecting to registers directly. Okay, we'll write down some notes related to this one. Write down, I think you wrote the topic function of computer system. Under that, write down computer is used to computer is used to take input from the user process them and produce output or store for further requirements. further requirements. In a computer system, data and instruction can be inserted through input devices and they are which are connected with the main memory. So main memory, or we can tell primary memory, both words are okay. Main memory or primary memory. Then they are sent to CPU for processing. After processing through a CPU, that is sent to output devices through main memory or store them inside the secondary memory. New paragraph. Inside the CPU, you can see three different types of devices registers, comma, arithmetic and logic unit only one. Arithmetic and logic unit, within bracket you can put ALU, arithmetic and logic unit, and control unit, CU, control unit. Control unit control all the devices all the devices which are attached to computer system. System. Registers are used to hold small amount of data which are coming from main memory to the ALU. ALU and processed data. Oh, the information processed data from ALU which is going to main memory. ALU is doing all the mathematical calculations such as I'm writing them plus minus multiplication division greater than or equal. All these are called comparison operator, such as write down them plus minus positive adding subtracting multiplying division then greater than or equal less than these are comparisons, right? So all these are done by the ALU, arithmetic and logic unit. Okay.
Sir, does exponent also come?
Yeah, exponent. Yeah, any calculation, any mathematical work, comparisons, everything is done by the ALU. Right? Whatever the calculations done by the ALU. Okay, then we'll see some. Now this is up to computer system. Before we go to the devices, we'll do some small type questions. So without looking at your notes, try to fill this thing. Okay, write down this question in your book, right? Now here I am taking physical science and technology. Only three spaces I have given. So what you can do is you can write any three. Any three you can write. When you're writing, write down the question first, then draw them. I will send you the Padlet link. You can upload your answers there. Then I can check. But make sure you don't check your notes or what you just wrote or what you just have. Don't check them. Try to write down through your knowledge using your knowledge, right? I'll send you the link. There you can upload your answers. We'll take. I think this is from who?
Say it's mine.
Okay, Kavin. So speed, accuracy, efficiency, diligence, right? So these are the unique features. Then when you are classifying the computer physical size, you can supercomputer, mainframe, mini, micro, whatever it is. Then technology, analog, digital, and hybrid. Uh, this is from whom?
Mine.
Hassan Tiga, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right? So here, okay, correct. Diligence. Okay, then right. This is from Chalani, right? Speed, accuracy. Okay, good, right? So I think Chamar also has done the work. Chamar, is that correct? Have you done it properly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So I'll go to another question. Now this one, is something you are getting for the first term. This is something diagram. Try to fill this without looking at it because most of the time you will be getting this chart or the diagram for your first term test. Right? Uh, so try to fill this, complete the block diagram of computer architecture, block BLOCK should be blocks. Then commands and instruction is given. Try to draw this and fill this without looking at the chart what we just discussed, right? Try it out and send me the answers. This is Kavin's answer. Okay, devices. Okay, this is Charlie's answer. So controlling tail and registers are inside the CPU. Okay, right. I think other two also have done it properly. Then we'll go to another topic. That is devices, input devices. Write down the topic. Physical component of a computer system. Physical component of a computer system. Physical component of a computer system. When you take physical component, under that write down subtopic input device. Input device. Input device. So input device means what? You can input data to the computer system through this input devices. Through these input devices, right? So write down under that. Write down under that. Input devices are used to. Input devices are used to input data to the computer system. Different types of input devices are given below. Take this down. Take this down. Yeah, audio devices, audio input devices. Microphone is there. Then image video devices, image scanner, web camera. There are different types of scanning devices are there. I'll tell you later. Text input, keyboard. Pointing mean you are pointing something. Mouse, light pen can point something when you are clicking even, that's called pointing something. Gaming devices are there, joystick, gamepad. So these input devices we can categorize in different another way, that is manual data entry and direct data entry also. I will show that. But is this finished? Have you finished this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if you take these input devices, you can again classify like this one. Take this one also. Take this down. Manual data entry, keyboard, mouse, joystick, microphone, touchscreen. Then direct data entry means without interfering or without humans involvement. You can have this scanning things, barcode reader, right? Take them also down. Okay, finish.
No, sir. Finish, sir.
Okay, everyone finish.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will share your textbook because I want to show you some pictures, right? So this is your textbook. So input devices, when we are talking about input devices, we have different input devices. What we discuss, keyboard is one of them. So here keyboard, you have different, now layout is different. You can see here in your book. You have typing keys, then there you have special keys like caps lock, those stuff, shift key and all this stuff. Then control keys are there, alt, control, function, those stuff. Then numeric keys are there, Then top of that you have function keys. Function keys are there from F1 to F12, right? So these keys you don't want to memorize, but you should know the different types of keys are available. And in your keyboard you can have from 101 to 108. Nowadays we can have more than that. This is power shutdown, those also, those type of buttons also coming to your keyboard nowadays. So more than that you can have keys, but normally usually you have to have at least 101, right, up to 108, right? Then when we talk about the pointing devices, pointing means you are directing or you are pointing something. Mouse, so mouse you have left button and right button, left click and right click. You are getting different types of things when you are clicking them. Then in your laptop you can have touchpad. Then mobile phone you have touch screen. Then this is the joystick where you get like you can play games and PS2, this PSPs and all that you have them. Then light pen is there. You can use that in drawing, especially drawing, because uh, sometimes it is difficult to draw them using the mouse and all that. So light pens we are using. Then image and video input devices are there. Digital cameras, web cameras they are using nowadays very much. Then CCTV cameras even. Then there are something called scanner. Scanner, you know that you can scan your whatever the documents, pictures, anything. That's called flatbed scan actually. Then barcode scanners you have seen in shops and all that. You can they are using these scanners to this. They are actually they are recorded with these prices and all that. So as soon as they scan this, all these prices, item details, everything is coming to a bill. Then you have something called MICR, magnetic ink character reader. So by using MICR, okay, it is actually it's used in inside banks to check, read the checks, bank checks. So then you have something called optical character reader, optical OCR. Now OCR we used that is for actually suppose you have some kind of now in your text writing book you are writing your notes, right? So if you scan this using flatbed scanner, it is coming like a picture. You cannot uh, edit letter by letter. You cannot edit letter by letter by using normal scanner. But if you use OCR, optical character OCR scanner, you can scan it and you can capture whatever the text and you can edit it letter by letter even. Now you may don't like you don't have OCRs, but in your mobile phone you can have app call is there, text fairy. I think this is the correct letters. I had that app at the moment. I don't have text fairy, FAIR fairy. Oh, just find it. Try to find it out. Text fairy. If you scan this one, sorry, if you install this one, you can use this your mobile phone. It works like a OCR, so you can scan whatever your notes and take it to the Word document directly. Whatever your written document, written ඔයගලගේ ලියපු එකක් කෙලින්ම computer එකට letter by letter it is identifying the letters, but it supports earlier it was supporting only for English language and other language, but not for the Sinhala and all that Tamil. But I think nowadays it is supporting more than that. But anyway, you can try it out. English letters you can without any problem. You can whatever you have written today, you can scan and you can get it directly to the computer and you can edit letter by letter, right? So that is the OCR. That's what we use OCR. But you can try this app by installing to the mobile phone. Text Fairy, FARYO. I can't remember the. Just search in Google Play. You can install and check it. So then you have something called optical mark reader, OMR. So OMR is used to mark or actually MCQ type question. You can mark your correct answers. Mark your correct answers. But the thing is now, suppose you have answers like this. Now in your MCQs, you are getting 4 answers now. Sorry, 3. So these are the answers. Now suppose you have OCR, sorry, OMR. So what you have to do is you have to mark the correct answer. Suppose this is, if it is, if the answer is second one, you are marking like this. You are coloring, right? So this is how you have to mark. Then what will happen? This whatever the OMR sheet is going through a OMR, when it is going through that, it use actually kind of rays can be like what is called sending some kind of rays, and it is going through these answers, but because it is colored, it is not going through this one, right? So that OMR identified for the, suppose this is the first question. This is the first question. So OMR detect for the first question, you have answers the second answer. Suppose if you have another question like that, whatever the number of say 40 question even doesn't matter, without within few seconds, within few seconds, it will tell how many corrects. So that should be programmed. It is coming with the software. A software you have to feed what are the correct answers. Then what will happen? Through that software, it detects your answer. Now from this OMR, it is detecting the what you have marked, and it is checking with the correct answers what you have already programmed, right? Then after that, it gives how many correct answers, but the thing is there are different types of problem when you're using it for the examination. One is it takes time to mark the answer. Because it takes time to color this one. Now suppose if you made a mistake, what will happen? If you made a mistake, so after like few minutes, you realize second one is not the correct answer, fourth one is the answer. So what you are doing? You are coloring the fourth one also. What will happen? Will it detect that? It detect both. You have marked the both the answer, then your answer is wrong. So you can't have two answers. So if you made a mistake, it is difficult to OMR to identify that. MMR. That's some we have seen in paper marking. සමහර අය මෙහෙම ගහලා ආයි මේ කපලා මෙතන ලියනවා ආයි this is the correct one කියලා ඔහොම error එකක් දාලා ඔහොමත් ලියලා ළමයි ඉන්නවා, right? So this type of things OMR cannot identify. So because of that, OMR is not using for MCQs in Sri Lanka. Other countries sometimes they are using, right? But lottery tickets and all that, they are using this type of OMR devices. So it easy and it is very fast. Your answers can be marked very easily and fast, right? Then we'll go to the another device. Automated teller machines, ATMs. So these are again these are also input devices. Then microphone we used to input voice. We can use this microphone. So these are the input devices. Okay, then write down topic. Output devices. Write down the topic output devices. Under that, write down output devices are used to take process data or the information outside the computer. Output devices can be categorized as follows. So take this down. Have you finished? That okay? Finish.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So so I will share your textbook again. So output devices, there are different. Soft copies means we don't get the that we can't touch them actually. We can see only. So monitor screen, that is monitor, through the monitor you can see them. There are different types of monitor. I will discuss it later. Then you have multimedia projectors are there. Multimedia projectors. Then hard copy means you can touch what you are getting. You can touch them. So there are printers, different types of printer. I am coming to that separately for that. Impact, non-impact printers. Different types of printers available. Then you have something called plotter. Plotter is used to take maps and all that, print maps and all that. Then sounds outputs are there, speakers and headphones, right? So these are the output devices that we can take your information outside the computer, And there's another thing called input and output. Both, there are some devices that they are working like input and output both, right? Can you tell me some of them, like what type of devices are they? Input and
Headphones.
output both, huh?
Headphones.
Headphone, yes, very good. What else? What else you can take? Headphone is correct. If you take touch screen, right? So that is also input and output, both. You can have both because you can, while you input something, you can see what is happening. Or you can see the output while you input, right? So headphones, touch screens, right? So mobile phone you can get touch screen. Those are coming under input and output device, right? Then new paragraph, write down. New paragraph. Monitors can be classified in three different categories. That is CRT, LCD and LED. LCD and LED. The differences between are as follows. Here you write down in a table, divide it to two sides. One side CRT, other side LCD, LED. Divide them. Write down under CRT side. Consume more electricity. Consumes more electricity. LCD LED side consume less electricity. Then again CRT side, large in size. LCD LED, small in size. Another one under CRT, need more space to keep. LCD LED side, need less space to keep. Then CRT side, viewing angle, that you can view large angle. Viewing angle is large because it is curved, right? So viewing angle is large. But when you take LCD LED, it's flat, so viewing angle is small. Right? Okay. So we'll finish for the day. Next week we'll continue on this output devices about printers and all that. Okay. We'll finish for the day. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Goodbye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.